In a stunning turn of events, a federal judge has just delivered a major blow to Donald Trump and Elon Musk's controversial plan to reshape the federal workforce. Picture this: thousands of dedicated public servants, many with years of experience, suddenly finding themselves jobless due to what's being called one of the largest employment frauds in American history. The story begins when the Office of Personnel Management, under pressure from Trump and Musk's influence, issued sweeping directives to federal agencies targeting probationary employees, those in their first or second year of service. But here's where it gets interesting. These weren't just entry-level workers. Many were seasoned professionals who'd earned promotions but fell into this technical classification. The scale of this attempted purge was unprecedented. We're talking about tens of thousands of federal workers, from defense specialists to environmental scientists, all facing sudden termination. But the federal government isn't a private company where CEOs can fire at will. Each agency has its own congressionally granted authority to manage its workforce. This brings us to the courtroom drama in San Francisco, where unions and advocacy groups stepped up to challenge what they saw as a blatant abuse of power. Their argument? The Office of Personnel Management had absolutely no constitutional or legal authority to order these mass firings. It would be like having the HR department of one company telling another company's employees they're fired. The judge's ruling was crystal clear. These firings must be reversed. It's a decision that underscores a fundamental principle of American government, that power is distributed and checked, not concentrated in the hands of a few. The judge emphasized that Congress, not the executive branch, determines how federal agencies manage their personnel. This isn't happening in isolation. It's part of a larger pattern of judicial pushback against overreach. Just days earlier, another federal judge blocked Trump's attempted ban on refugee admissions. Weeks before that, courts suspended his executive order trying to end birthright citizenship, a right enshrined in the Constitution itself. The implications of this ruling are massive. It's not just about protecting jobs, it's about preserving the structure of American democracy. The federal workforce isn't meant to be a political playground where leaders can reshape it at will. These are real people with real expertise, providing essential services to the American public. What makes this case particularly fascinating is how it exposes the tension between political ambitions and legal realities. Trump and Musk, both known for their corporate-style "you're fired" approach, have run headlong into the complex web of laws and regulations that govern federal employment. It's a reminder that government service isn't just another business venture. It's a public trust with its own rules and protections. As we look ahead, this ruling sets a crucial precedent. It reinforces the idea that even in an era of powerful executives and billionaire influence, the law still stands as a bulwark against arbitrary power. For thousands of federal workers and their families, it's not just a legal victory. It's a lifeline, a restoration of stability in uncertain times. The story continues to unfold, but one thing is clear. In the battle between executive authority and legal constraints, the courts have drawn a line in the sand. It's a reminder that in America, no one, not even a former president or the world's richest man, is above the law.